And welcome to Dwarf Academy, episode 18. And the game had crashed, but it was okay. And we continue with the tale of Boardwalls, Dwarf Academy. The weird deer is here, and the elven merchants are fighting. Well, let's see what's going to happen in episode 18 of Dwarf Fortress. We're going to have a little look at 10 FPS. So there's some mayhem already. Let's have a look using K. Okay, we've got a spattering of this. We've got a load of blood. A load of blood. Elf merchants here. The weird deer is still going. Let's see what happens. I don't want to send my dwarves out there. I'm just going to let the elves deal with it. We've got some dead elves. The trader died previously. There is a problem with this. There's a problem with this game. I'm really sorry, guys. Paused. So the game seems to be running in the background. There we go. I would say we kind of lost track of things, but it looks like this weird deer is still going. Surrounded by the clothes and the corpses of mangled elves. Oh dear. Wonder how the elves will react to this. Will they be happy with us? Will they blame the dwarves? I mean, these elves have come here from their home, and if they're not, we've got a dead furnace operator. Let's have a look at alerts. Why are these dwarves coming out here? Okay, this is because our squad is active, so they've come out to defend the burrow, I believe. That's no, they're inactive. I'm getting nervous. There's a fisher dwarf and a spear dwarf and a human mason. And these are visitors who are trying to leave. What's going to happen? Will they choose to face the weird deer? Okay. The peasant. So it looks like this peasant, I believe, is the weird deer. Perhaps he's dead. Certainly there's a few corpses around there. This peasant is friendly. Iton. Fucking hell. Right, where is he? Fleeing the scene. Yeah, he's off. Right. It's caused quite a bit of mayhem. Seems that Mark's dwarf and Weaver have become deceased. I'm wondering what's happened. Something's gone wrong. I mean, these gates weren't shut. The civilians should have stayed in the burrow. These guys were probably on the surface when they've got caught up in the fray. If we can have a look at the wounded. Okay. This guy's just thirsty. This guy has an infection. He's had an infection for a while, since his original injury early in the series. It doesn't look like we've got any injured dwarfs, so let's hope that nobody's been infected. And certainly nobody's been brought to the infirmary. Okay, we'll just go into alerts and let the dwarves do their thing. We're all listening to poetry at the moment. One of the kids is reciting poetry, and everybody's listening to Dobar Zas Ricky. We have a look at him, and he's not happy. He's a moody poet, grouchy, dwelling upon being out in the sunshine again. Annoyed upon being accosted by slugs. Okay, but he's got lots of happy thoughts as well. He's got a new sibling, and that's caused him to feel love. He's been blissful and euphoric. Okay, so he's had a tough life, having to deal with slugs and sunlight. We still haven't built anything on the surface. We should really get the dwarves to spend more time in the sun. Otherwise, they're just getting negative thoughts when they have to come up occasionally for tasks such as clearing up corpses. So those corpses haven't yet been dealt with. They're being brought out for burial. Are these elves? Are they? Don't know what they're carrying. Not sure what's going on there. They look like they're storing something in a refuse pile, but no. Are they carrying corpses? So those elf corpses will just be put over there. They won't be buried in our fort. Thankfully, we don't want any horrible, filthy elf corpses in the fort. They'll still give bad thoughts to our dwarves, I think, if they're spotted. We haven't had any immigrants for a long time. It's really a problem with this game. I hope we survive a little bit longer. I'm amazed that we've reached episode 18. But that's something to do with being at peace with the goblins, and certainly keeping things sealed off and safe. We have played it on the safe side in this fort. I think the next fort I play is going to be a challenge fort of some sort, and we'll see how that takes shape soon. As I have a feeling this game is not going to last much longer, but who knows? I did say I'll play this fort as long as possible. The FPS has dropped now to 56. We don't have a lot more dwarves. But we're starting to get this video crash. We've got some cabinets, we can build the cabinets. And any chests. We need to be careful not to build bags when we're doing this, but I don't think we've got any spare bags currently. The smelting operation seems to have paused, suggesting we've run out of ore. So we'll quickly have a little dig, and we need to get back to the well, which we've become distracted from. If you remember, we've got a whole extra cohort of miners, and they'll make fast work of this ore mining operation. Magnetite, limatite, plenty of metal. Come in. We'll have a quick look at the stocks while we're here. Thinking about metals. We've got 27 steel now, a whole bunch of iron. Pig iron is coming online. It's quite annoying, that black screen. It makes me nervous. FPS is actually much better than we thought. I had it slowed down for the invasion of the weird day. Wow, okay, we're doing really well. The fort seems to have sped up. We don't have so many animals rooting around on the surface. All these animals are pastured, which will help. So this, we need a lever to operate the floodgate. The floodgate. Good grief. So that will be linked up to a floodgate. Choke floodgate. We'd need some more mechanisms, guys. Okay, we haven't really made many mechanisms as yet. We've been felt so safe. We haven't built any traps. Get a few mechanisms queued up. And we've got a crafter, a legendary crafts dwarf. So why don't we start making some crafts? We'll make a few more beds. I think currently we've got capacity for more dwarves. We've got a bunch of dwarves with no rooms, which won't make them very happy. They'll still use these beds, but they'll have a better time of it, a happier thought from having their own room. And they'll have a negative thought for sleeping somewhere, which isn't their own room. So in fact, if we can make these dwarves happier, immigrants are going to think better of the place. They may start appearing. We've only got capacity for a few more. So let's hope if we do get any immigrants that they're not children. Maybe get some different skill sets in the fort that we can start to utilise. If not, we can put them into our military or find tasks for them to skill up. We're going to put another bed in here if we've got one. Don't have any beds at all. Got some more people visiting the fort. But we're at 95, 93 FPS. It's hard to predict the vagaries of the game. There's so much going on in the background. I think it depends on the histories that are being created and all kinds of things. And what did I say? So we've found rooms for those dwarves, and almost immediately we've got another immigration wave. I'm going to try and link this up to floodgate. Fuck's sake! So still don't have enough mechanisms. Well, good grief. We've now got 87 citizens. We've got 3 new children. Well, a child and a couple of babies, a bunch of farmer type dwarves, and surprise, fishery dwarves, another ranger. We should just have a quick look at what we've got. So that's crashed as well. We've got some masterpiece mugs now. We'll have a look at the jewelers. Okay, we'll set up a cut order. So we'll cut all the stones we have, and we'll set up an engrave order. To engrave furniture, to engrave finished goods. Repeat. Alt and A. Enter. I enter. There we go. And that will start off a bit of jewellery. See, the dwarves are fairly content, I believe. Just the feeling I get. We have got some steel. We made 3 steel mail shirts, and we made 3 steel high boots. We're going to make 3 steel helms and 3 sets of gauntlets, and I think we should make we won't make the shields from steel. So with a helm, a mail shirt and high boots, we're fully armoured, apart from certain areas which we're going to use hoods and robes just to make sure we're fully covered up. We won't be completely fully defended. We won't, for concussive blows, greaves and breastplates will help. We can wear those as well as a mail shirt, as well as high boots. But the weight of the armour is going to slow the dwarves down. First off, so we'll maybe train them with some armour skill before we add any extras. We're going to be training them in a danger room after we've put them in a gym and got them trained up in the gym. So why don't we quickly recruit some? I say quickly. This is so annoying. It's quite hard to figure out what you're doing. There's so many dwarves. We're gonna create a new squad. See, the brave rags will disband the brave rags. We'll create a militia, and we're going to give them no uniform. We're going to allocate the barricaded tundras everything that they need. We're going to use fishery workers. We may also see some of the visiting soldiers available. You see the rangers in another squad, so he comes up as green. This fishery worker is the leader, and I think I'm just going to follow that theme. We've got a wax worker. I don't know what these guys are doing. The fishery workers generally will have something to do when they're not. They'll be able to try and fish at the very least. It's important that soldiers are able to have a skill to practice when they come on leave. And they're not going to be missed, fishery workers. They're surplus. So we've got these 3 guys. We're going to equip them. So it says we take this. This is they're our archers. These guys don't have a uniform equipped, so we're going to equip them a helm. Well, we're going to equip them. Let's equip them once we've got all the armor. Okay, the barricaded tundras. So those guys can train in our main barracks. Okay. Let's make them active. And I hope they come and train. We haven't had much hope. We haven't had much luck so far. You can see the archers still aren't arching. There is a guy who's come and sat down with his baby. I didn't really want to have a baby in the squad. That is really very problematic. We can't armour that baby. So one of the things we sometimes find ourselves doing is having only having male dwarves in the. So Ushrir and Udil, they're fine, but I think this dwarf is going to have to go because they've got a baby. We had a little. Oh, I've got a kitten being born. So I'm sorry. Udil and Ushrir are fine. the other dwarf, Eshtan, recruit, is a mother. We'll take her out of the squad, and we'll replace her with a wax worker, Thaltic. I don't like to select by gender. It's just annoying. It means you have to use Dwarf Therapist as well to tell the gender of your dwarves. So we've got 3 dwarves here, and they're in an individual combat drill. We have some weapons. I think we made some copper hammers. I'm not too sure what weapons I want these dwarves to have yet. But let's focus. They will train as wrestling dwarves most likely in this little squad here. The oily lakes still aren't active. I did make bolts. I made some crossbows. Let's have a look at the squad. Quickly before the end of the episode. Okay, the oily lakes. Equip these guys. Range weapon. They've got weapons. There's a green tick next to the things they've got. So the leader, the captain, has got priority. He's managed to pick up what's available, the leather gear. They've all picked up a ranged weapon. And for ammunition, they've got bolts allocated. Let's quickly go into the squad screen and ask them to become active, and then hopefully they're going to start training. Ranger. Okay. So that chap's just done something in one of these bins. It's become a marks dwarf. Looks like he's picked up his crossbow or his ammo. Hopefully he'll start training soon. The danger room is going to be up here. We're going to build some items for that. The Forgotten Beast, Avus, his name is Avus, Gustakavus, Gustagulgan, and his cub. He's a gigantic 3-eyed tick. He has a long swinging trunk, and it squirms and fidgets. Its chestnut exoskeleton is rough and cracked, but where it's fire, it's a fire-breathing tick. So it's a normal kind of creature. Possibly might be able to kill it, and I don't really want to try at this stage. And we don't have to, but it does mean we can't go into the caverns. And we have sealed these caverns off. Okay, I'm going to call it quits. Be happy. Strike the earth. Cheerio.